I want to turn from there to our two politicians. Rizwan Arshad is a Congress MLA from Bengaluru. Bharat Shetty is a BJP MLA in Karnataka. Appreciate your joining us. Rizwan Arshad, when the Uttar Pradesh Kumbh Mela stampede happened, immediately the Congress wanted the resignation of Yogi Adityanath. When there was a stampede at the Delhi railway station, you wanted Ashwini Vaishnav to resign. Is any Congress minister going to say mea culpa, whether Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister or anyone else, and say, look, we will take responsibility?
Asdeep, it's a very, very tragic incident which should have been prevented. I don't want to say that there's nothing which has not gone. I mean, everything has gone properly, nothing has gone wrong and all that. Yes, of course, the crowd was more than what it was anticipated. The stadium's capacity was 33,000. The crowd was 3 to 4 lakhs. And there was, some sort of situation where we have lost tragically 11 lives, Rajiv. I don't want to, support any kind of things. But yes, the government has felt there is a need to inquire. We have ordered a magisterial inquiry. And time bound 15 days inquiry, and this magisterial inquiry
where some lower level police officer will be held accountable for the area around Chinnaswamy Stadium. I mean, all these celebrations within 12 hours of the triumph, clearly Bengaluru was not prepared for it. There was lack of intelligence. Surely someone, D.K. Shivkumar is minister in charge of Bengaluru, happily posing with the trophy. Sitharamaiah inviting the cricketers to Vidhan Soudha where there is more celebration. So when there's celebration, y'all want to associate with the cricketers. Now you will put some lower level constabulary in the dock.
No. It will not be like that, Rajiv. The magisterial inquiry will definitely come out with facts because it is a kind of a serious inquiry. It will come out with facts. Who are the people who are responsible for managing what they had to do? Is there anything which has gone wrong?
Okay.
And definitely it is going to be serious, and government has told very clearly that we will definitely roll heads once the magisterial inquiry comes out with the facts of the matter. But there are many things which can, at the hindsight, we can now understand and tell, and which could have been done much better. So one of the thing is that overnight, when RCB won and the Cricket Association wanted to celebrate, I think we should have paused for a time, taken a little more time, done it much better. That could have been done. I don't disagree with that.
So at least you're admitting to that. That's a very important point that Syed Kirmani made. What was the need for the hurry to hold such celebrations within 12 hours of the victory? Couldn't you have planned it better? Bharat Shetty of the BJP, you're calling for resignations and accountability. When we called for accountability in Uttar Pradesh with Yogi Adityanath, then the BJP stays silent. This is classic. This is the hypocrisy of our politicians. When it's a Congress government, you want resignations. BJP government, no resignations.
Radhip, it's a very tragic day for all the cricketing fans in Karnataka. Now, regarding the blame game and political upmanship is different. There's a tragedy has happened, and we should not be doing politics over it. But putting things in the perspective, why there was a program done by the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister at the Vidhan Soudha in a hurry. All the police personnel who were supposed to stand outside Chinnaswamy Stadium and take care of the crowd were posted outside Vidhan Soudha, so that these VIPs, these ministers can have take a political mileage of this RCB win. This is a shameful thing. Forget what heads are going to roll. Forget about the resignations. Forget about his blame games and everything. Why another program was done in such a hurry in front of Vidhan Soudha? We need answers for that.
Rizwan Arshad,
I know, as you said that time,
Rizwan Arshad, Bharat Shetty raising the question.
Will be suspended.
But
why another program was done in a hurry? When the World Cup victory was there in Mumbai, a big, almost a 7 day of more than 4 to 5 day gap was done for the preparation. Here, it was done in a hurry. Deputy Chief Minister goes to the tarmac, welcomes all the players and gets them to Vidhan Soudha, and all the police personnel are posted in Vidhan Soudha. They are supposed to be putting barricades and taking care of the doing crowd control at Chinnaswamy Stadium.
Okay,
No one is talking about
let
it.
Rizwan Arshad respond to that. Rizwan Arshad, was this an event where the Karnataka government wanted to identify with the successful players? I know Siddaramaiah is a big cricket fan. DK Shivkumar likes to be part of such events. So did they push the RCB to organize such an event? There is one view that they pushed the RCB to organize such an event. RCB hasn't yet clarified that. They've issued a statement, amended our program after the incident is what they are claiming. But was there pressure from the government to organize this event at such short notice?
Why
No,
would the
excuse me,
government...
1 minute, Mr. Shetty. Now let him speak now. Let Rizwan
I
speak.
have heard him very patiently. Let him also hear me. Why would the government pressurize, Rajdeep? It was the request of the Karnataka State Cricket Association to organize it. And they have their primary organization, they had primarily organized it in the stadium. Yes, Karnataka government did organize it in front of Vidhan Soudha, and more than 1 lakh people did gather there. I want to tell Mr. Bharat Shetty that he is trying to mislead here, saying that all the police personnel were here. Does that the way it works? Ki police will run and come to Vidhan Soudha and run and go back to stadium? It doesn't work like that. Had we not organized one more parallel program in front of Vidhan Soudha, this 1 lakh crowd would have added in the stadium. The stadium's capacity was 33,000. There were more than 3 lakh people who were trying to enter the stadium. And if there was no Vidhan Soudha program, 1 lakh more crowd would have gone to the stadium. That would have been a bigger tragedy, which fortunately got averted. And I want to tell you very clearly, this overnight decisions to celebrate, whoever it might be, is not good. We are a cricket crazy nation. We need to understand that people are very emotive. The whole Bangalore was emotional. There were lakhs of people who came out to the stadium. And we are not absolving ourselves of the responsibility. That's why we have ordered an inquiry. We will do a free and fair inquiry and come out with facts to the public, and then the government will take action. I would also like to tell my friend, Mr. Bharat Shetty, that you strategically did the strategy to organize Kumbh Mela for 2 years. For 2 long years, you made all the plans and propaganda, and still there are hundreds and hundreds of people which were killed. So I'm not doing it politically. I want to say we should hear to empathize.
Okay, Rizwan, I've heard you. You know, Bharat Shetty, 1 minute. Bharat Shetty, it's not just, and I'll put out a list of all the stampedes that we've had in the last 1 year. The tragedy, there's been one in Kumbh. There was the Delhi stampede at the railway station. There was a stampede in Goa, small Goa, which is BJP ruled in that instance, outside a temple, unprecedented stampede. So deadly stampedes in India, I can go through a long list and each of you will blame the other. I want to understand from you, Bharat Shetty, that do you believe that resignations of some important politicians will solve the issue, or we will simply have to wait till the next stampede, and it depends on which government is in power then?
See, I'm not talking about resignations here. We are not talking about resignations here. We want answers. As he said, when Vidhan Soudha, you should have given time. Take 4-5 days time. Arrange it properly. What was the hurry to do a program in Vidhan Soudha? Because of the program in Vidhan Soudha, people started piling up at Chinnaswamy Stadium also. And all the police persons were divided. Half was here, half was there. There was an haphazard arrangement. Nothing was clear. Even I have heard that from not from the unofficial sources that the police have told not to do programs at 2 places. Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar insisted that there should be one program outside of Vidhan Soudha. That is a problem.
You're saying that you're accusing the state government of putting pressure in a way on the organizers to have 2 programs, one at Vidhan Soudha, one at Chinnaswamy Stadium.
Yes,
and that, according to you, was a part of the problem. Point taken there. But Rizwan Arshad, therefore, what is the big... Is there a learning? Will someone in Bengaluru wake up to what has gone wrong? Once the inquiry is ordered, tomorrow we'll move on, the media cameras will move on, and everything will be forgotten. That's the worry. Stampedes become only 24-hour events.
it's not only our government or our state, Rajdeep. We, as a nation, we always have to anticipate that we, as a cricket crazy nation, are very different, emotional people. There are lakhs of people which gather. We should refrain from deciding in one overnight that we should have celebrations. That is what we need to take it and go. And here I would like to say, refute that the government insisted on that. Since they were having a celebration, the government too had a celebration. Here, these are two different things. But having said that,
but why should the government, Rizwan, my limited problem is, what is the government involvement? This is a private event. IPL is a private franchise event. Let RCB celebrate. Why does the government have to get involved and have it at Vidhan Soudha? This is not an Indian team.
I mean, Rajiv, this is an emotional issue for every Bengaluru.
Then if it is emotional, you should make all the arrangements. If it is so emotional, Rizwan, I'm sorry to arrange. If it is so emotional, then you should make the adequate arrangements.
No. And I mean, I agree. I mean, let the inquiry come out.
Making political mileage of
someone else's
victory.
If BJP talks about political mileage, you are not leaving Operation Sindoor. You are taking
100%.
political mileage for nation security. You are taking political mileage when people are killed in Pahalgam. Please don't talk about political mileage with us. You have no moral right to talk about political mileage. Please, BJP has no moral right to talk on political mileage because the biggest political mileage the Prime Minister is.
This is news without the noise. I do not allow cross-talk. Let him finish. I'll give you, Bharat, a final word.
See, let us not talk about political mileage, Bharat, because we know how BJP takes political mileage. Even Operation Sindoor is being politically taken mileage by your party. So it's okay. I mean, we don't want to make it political. Today, the whole Bengaluru, the whole country is in pain. We are part of this pain, and we know that this tragedy could have been averted. Whoever has been responsible.
You made your point. Bharat, I'll give you 30 seconds to respond. Will the BJP realize that this is a tragedy at the end of the day and also not play politics over dead bodies?
See, this is a tragedy at the end of the day, as you said. We are not trying to make politics out of it. But it is a clear-cut indication. Everything is pointing towards them trying to take political mileage, and it's a very sad thing. We don't want anyone to resign, or we don't want any heads to roll. We want answers.
Okay.
Why that another program was done? As you said, it was RCB's victory. It was not Indian team's victory. When such a program was done for the World Cup, 4 or 5 days time was given for the arrangement. What is the hurry?
Okay, you made that point earlier. You made that point. You want answers before heads roll. First, we need answers. First, we need the facts to come out. We need a proper, transparent, fact-finding inquiry, time-bound, and therefore responsibility to be fixed and protocols to be put in place. And emotions alone cannot be a justification for what's gone wrong. There are people who will have to make some tough answer, give some tough answers. I appreciate both Rizwan Arshad, Bharat Shetty, two young politicians from Karnataka, joining me.